Venezuela, the registration process of presidential candidates continue. For more details, we go once again with our correspondent Gladys Quesada, live from Caracas.
Thank you, Luis, for the contact, and thank you for this time. Actually, we continue here in the National Electoral Council, and as you can see, there is other nomination that it is also preparing, and the affiliates of other party are getting in here to continue with this process. As we were saying, this is the fourth day of the nomination process here in the National Electoral Council, and so far this morning, many candidates of opposition and independent parties have come in here to submit their in-person requests to be a candidate for their political force, and also to submit their program of government, as we have been saying all over this process. So actually, last time we spoke, Benjamin Rauseo was submitting his campaign pledges and also submitting his program for a government. Let's recall that he is a very well-known figure in the political and cultural landscape here in Venezuela, as he used to be an actor and a comedian, but now he is a candidate running for the Conde political organization. He is an independent candidate, and he was calling for something that I want to stress. As other candidates of the opposition and also affiliated with the government, he was asking for unity, national unity in Venezuela. And also he was calling for not using smear campaigns in the nation during the campaigning time ahead of the elections, to be respectful towards other candidates and moreover respectful towards the people, to be respectful of the people's intelligence and the people's will during this campaign and during the elections. He was saying, and I stress, we all have something to give, referring to the need for everyone to go and vote on July 28th and not leave a blank ballots and not to be absent from the polling stations. He was calling for the youth to be also present in this process, to take part in the campaigning. And he was calling for the youth to go and vote, to exercise this democratic right and their duty as the citizens of Venezuela. Also, other of the candidates that was presenting their register was Claudio Fermín Maldonado, who is the candidate of Soluciones por Venezuela, which is the right coalition of parties. And he was stressing and calling for improving economic relations and the industry in Venezuela, and to find solutions out of the oil industry in the nation. Also, he was calling for finding concord between the candidates, and also he was saying that whoever that results as the winner of these presidential elections must find a common path with other political forces and must find also peace and a fair treatment amongst the candidates. Also, this morning was José Alejandro Rari, that has had a very peculiar political career here in the country, because he was an affiliate of other parties, but today he finds his ways amongst the Christian and evangelical forces, and he was stressing the need for not calling for more sanctions that only affect the people and the humble in Venezuela, and for finding peace amongst the candidates. So far, this is one common pledge among every one of the nominees here in the National Electoral Council. He was also saying that those who ask for a stoppage of the referendum on the Essequibo region, that was a referendum on the defense of Venezuelan territory, has no right to come here and to ask and demand for a candidate and for a nomination. That was the way he expressed that those that are against the Venezuelan people cannot be a Venezuelan candidate to the presidency. And now we are expecting the nomination and the registry of the party Tupamaro, which is an organization with socialist and leftist tendencies, and they are coming in here. They are just starting their nomination process, and that's what is happening, and that's what is ongoing here in the National Electoral Council right now. So that's the information, Luis. I will give you more details and will give you more information as the day goes on and as the other forces nominate their candidate and submit the documentation here in the National Electoral Council. So far, back to you.
Thank you, Gladys, as always, for the updated reports on this registration process being held in Caracas at the National Electoral Council.